it's Jane. How are you? I want to start this year off with beautiful colour and high energy rainbow-itis. So I'm going to be showing you the new HUEnity palettes. There's two. Same family of colours are in each palette. One is in our traditional hue pocket palette size, and the other is in the new huge pans, which are based on the gorgeous traditional Japanese style pan. And because they're longer and wider than even a full-size pan, they just give you more room to swish your brush around inside them. So my first huge set was the HUEnity, all of the portrait colours. Now we're adding HUEnity, which is 12 high vibe rainbow-itis inducing colours. What makes these sets so fantastic is not only do they have unique colours from all of my other watercolour sets, but they also are ideal for colour mixing. On this page here in my journal, you can see some of the greens that you can mix, some of the oranges, some of the purples. But that's just basic mixing. These colours are capable of so much more. If you mix the complementary colours, you get the most beautiful array of skin tones. So if you're on that colour mixing, learning how colours work, on that journey, this little set is ideal for you. But in order to paint some skin tones, we're going to need a person to put them onto. So I'm going to quickly sketch out in watercolour pencil just a little figure, a little body, and because it's the beginning of the year when I'm filming this, I'm thinking of looking forward to the new year. So I started to draw the neck going one way, and that looked like she was looking back over the shoulder. No, we want to look forward. We're looking forward to the future. So the reason I've also used a watercolour pencil, and this is one of my water wands, is because when you then add watercolour to it, some of the lines will stay depending on how hard you've pressed with the pencil, but a lot of them will melt into the watercolour, and this colour is called Claret, and it will give a little bit of strength and boundary to my painting. Well, that is the hope, at least. And rather than swatching out with little blobs, little circles, little squares, let's just swatch out in a rainbow dress. Why not? The funny thing about colours, we think a lot about colours that go together and colours that coordinate. And I have a theory that's in the back of my mind that all colours go together. So, because some of the most amazing birds, I was just looking at parrots in a tree outside in my garden, they're eating bright pink, the pink of this, the magentique that I'm painting on the page, little flowers, and it's like a rainbow has decided to inhabit them. They've got every colour there is, and when we look at them we think, miracle of nature, how did that happen? It's so beautiful, and it's all the colours going together. And they're clashing wildly, and yet gorgeous. So, and when I look at this palette with all of these colours together, oh, I think how gorgeous. Now, just a little point in passing, sometimes very bright colours, very translucent colours in watercolour appear much darker in the pan than they do on the page. And this is just the way the pigment works. It usually indicates that they're just extremely powerful and what is called a translucent or transparent watercolour, in that they just have this effect of just the way they go on the page, and they don't cover up what's underneath. Some colours have more opacity. So in this palette, Cyan, the Cyanara that is at the bottom, that beautiful bright blue, always these cobalty kind of colours have a little bit of opacity. So that is in contrast to colours that have more translucency, like the magentique and the reds in this palette, or the yellows. So it's just a little thing that you learn as you are painting, and you sort of think it's going to make a massive difference to your artwork. Not really. It's just the way colours work, and that if you just accept them, learn how they work, that is what experimentation is all about. That is what will build confidence and joy. Now, because I'm just playing and I'm just approaching this intuitively, just letting things unfold, I haven't really planned for doing a proper wash. If I wanted all of these colours to fade into each other, blend into each other more, what you would do is put down a little bit of water on the page, plain water, before you start with the colours. But going down the page, we've got Zestiny, Sensation. There are two yellows. One is a lemon yellow, one is more of a cadmium yellow. We have Orangelic, which is a very, very mid-bright orange. It's orangelic. Radical is a vibrant red. Pop Tartist is this beautiful deep red going into pinks. Magentic is a hot pink. Perplexed is our purple. Blusion is our mid blue or our ultramarine blue. Sayonara is our turquoise. Tealixer is even going further into turquoises. Greenergy and HUEnity are our two greens. And just as a hot tip, when you are swatching out your new colours, get a little bit funky with it. So around here, I live near Mullumbimby, which is it's just a very diverse, very artistic place. And mysteriously, some of the trees on the turning circle going into the little town sometimes get little knitted jumpers, and they change through the year over different times, and they're always in rainbow because we are in the rainbow region. And that is what these rainbow totem poles remind me of. So they bring me a lot of joy, but you can learn a lot from creating them because they help you learn how washes work and blending works, blending between different colours. Also, you get that little rainbow hit, but you don't have to keep it in rainbow. You can, like in what I perceive as the correct order of colour, you can do whatever you like. But of course, the colours don't have to be used just as they are in the pan. Because you've got these big pans, especially in that huge set, you can really get a nice big brush, get a whole big plop of colour and really have some fun mixing colours and learning how colour works. So for this first little skin tone that I've made mud, obviously, and I've made it with Sayonara, which is that beautiful light blue down in the far left corner, with a little touch of Orangelic. I always find that this makes a lovely skin tone, doesn't matter what set of colours you've got. A turquoise and an orange, they're complementary colours on their own. They make it, if they sit next to each other, they make each other appear brighter than they really are. But when you mix them, you get instant mud. That happens with all complementary colours. And mud is, well, the colour of our skin. We are all just different colours of beautiful muds, the clay of the earth. That's where life springs from. So why wouldn't we be the same colour as mud? So mixing mud can be really, really easy. And the nice thing about mixing your own colour like this, especially skin tones, is that as the colour dries, you probably haven't got the colour mixed up perfectly in your brush, the way the pigments mix and marry with each other. Sometimes you get a little bit of separation, a little bit of granulation. Every time you go to mix the colour, it's going to be slightly different. So you get more variety, more diversity in your colour making. So that can be a really beautiful journey, and that's why I just adore this palette, why I love creating mixing palettes. Of course, this isn't the first one that I've done, but every time if I just tweak and change the base colours, you're going to get different results. So I'm always pushing you. Look at the beautiful tan colour that Purple or Purplexed and Sensation create. Absolutely divine. So Sensation is the warmer yellow, And zestiny is a cooler yellow, a bit more like a lemon yellow. But you are creating instant mud by using these incredibly bright, tantalizing colours, and you're creating a vibrant mud though. A lovely, life-giving mud. And then if you change the amount of the purple and the amount of the yellow, of course, you're going to get completely different colors. You're going to get all sorts of different skin tones. Now, I really dive into this in depth in a workshop that has a Frida Kahlo theme called Viva la Vida. And if you want to learn more about mixing skin tones with watercolor, then I highly recommend that workshop. There's tons more in it than just that. But if you want to really fast forward your journey on color mixing, especially for skin tones, then that is just a really nice place to learn a whole lot more. I'll link it under the video. And as we create these cooler and warmer tones of skin colours, we can use these as shadows or contrast or build up the depth, so we can make the skin tone darker, or you can add more water and make it a little bit lighter. And of course, once everything's dry, we can just use this as a base and add coloured pencil or more watercolour or whatever we want over the top of things. So there's just a nice little start. Now you may notice there's no white or black in this, and very often they are included in basic or mixing palettes. But to mix a black with these, you just mix a bunch of the darker colours and you get a really gorgeous dark. And for white layer cake, which is a gouache-like watercolour, that is just the most amazing white that I always have that with me. It can't be bettered in the watercolour, so I just have that as a separate element, and that makes more room for more gorgeous colours. So these beautiful HUEnity palettes in the huge size and the little pocket palette size are only available at, guess what, janedavenport.com. We are an intentionally independent studio with very big colour ideas, designing art supplies by an artist for artists that spark expressive inspiration. That is behind everything we do. If you join the channel, you'll get notifications whenever I go live. And this video is from a live video. So if you wanted to see any of these techniques at normal speed in their entirety, then you can also check for the link below. I'll link the full video.